Hello, good morning. Good morning. We'll be beginning shortly, so if you could please take your seats. Additionally, good morning. We will be getting started shortly. Please take your seats. We will begin this morning with an initial comment from Daphne Zohar. So, Daphne, if you could please come up to the front. Excellent.
Welcome, everyone. So Karun asked me to say a few words about these pink scarves that you may have received when you registered. So I don't know how many of you saw a photo of Union Square, JP Morgan, with thousands of women and men wearing pink. But that was initiated by the Biotech CEO Sisterhood, which is a group of about 400 women CEOs. So we've come a long way as an industry since some time when there was more men named Mike presenting at JP Morgan than there were women presenting at JP Morgan. But this group really symbolizes the growth in the industry of women in leadership positions, and I think this group, the USAIC, has really evolved. So a few years ago, there was hardly any women in the room, and now it's really impressive. So what we wanted to do is, so basically Karun bought these really nice little silk scarves which were designed especially for him. We're going to do a photo later. But the idea is to celebrate the women in the industry, whether they be CEOs or postdocs or within pharma, and also their allies. And I look around the room, there's many allies here who have helped me throughout my career. That's really the idea here. So enjoy the rest of the day, and if you can, wear these scarves. No pressure, but we're going to take a photo around 4:45. So if you're a man and you don't have a scarf, I'm sorry, but we invite you to join us as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Daphne. I'll invite Karun to begin the event. Please put your phones on silent. Thank you.
Thank you, Saze. Thank you, Daphne. I think we have come a long way. Like Daphne mentioned, a couple of years back, we hardly had any, our female colleagues in the room. And this year, I think we have close to 87 who have come this year. So thank you so much. We have made some progress. Thank you. We have made some progress, but there is a long way to go. So I need everybody's help. If you can recommend more of your colleagues, happy to have it more of a exclusive, not exclusive, but more inclusive club. Andy, welcome back. Andy was on sabbatical last year, and happy to have you back. So before I start this, we have a lot of folks who have been supporting, and mainly the sponsors. I think I really want to thank everybody. The names are there, if you can put on the slide, David, but I can tell the names because this is part of our sponsorship agreement. Merck, Takeda, Amgen, Emis, Biogen, Johnson & Johnson, Bayer, Jubilant, Biocon, Parexel, and IQVIA. And somebody wants to sponsor, we are open. Cut a check today, I'll put your name and announce it a bit later. And you see the volunteers, they have come from all over. Not everybody's in the room. Please give them a big hand of applause, because without them, so we have a very intense day today. As you know that we started some sessions at 6:30 in the morning, and it'll go until about, I think, 8:39. So let's try to start on time. And all the moderators request is start on time, end on time. And the folks who are going to be asking questions, they will try to make it as interactive as possible. Make sure the questions are very crisp and straightforward. Please don't make any like long statements. It can help everybody, basically. So thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Now I welcome Andy. Come back. Thank you so much. Give him a big hand.
All right, thank you very much, Karun. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the USA India Chamber of Commerce Bio Summit. This is my 9th year doing this, which is terrific. Last year, as Karun said, I took a sabbatical. So I've always said this is like, what is this event? And every year it just seems to get better and better and better, and that's really thanks to all of you. I liken this event to the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference because it brings together such amazing people to have such a robust dialogue. But the upside is that it's not JP Morgan. So it's a great day. These are really, I was just talking with Maria and Susan Hockfield, Maria Fair and Susan Hockfield, about how difficult this moment is. Wherever you sit politically, however you feel about what's going to happen, this disruption is really tough. And actually, I took heart in an op-ed piece that was written by David Brooks about 10 years ago when I started my job at Takeda in April of 2015. And I actually went back to it because it's something that I've really taken to heart over the years. And in moments like this, it's helped me. This was April 2015, David Brooks in the New York Times, and it was a piece called The Moral Bucket List. I'm not sure if any of you saw it or read it, The Moral Bucket List. I thought I would read you a couple of excerpts, because I think these are words to live by. David Brooks said, "About once a month, I'd run across a person who radiates an inner light. These people can be in any walk of life. They seem deeply good. They listen well. They make you feel funny and valued. You often catch them looking after other people. As they do so, their laugh is musical, and their manner is infused with gratitude. They are not thinking about what wonderful work they are doing. They are not thinking about themselves at all." It occurred to me that there were two sets of virtues, the resume virtues and the eulogy virtues. The resume virtues are the skills you bring to the marketplace. The eulogy virtues are the ones that are talked about at your funeral, whether you were kind, brave, honest, or faithful. Were you capable of deep love? I found this article so enlightening and so heartening in a difficult time, and I would really encourage all of you to go back and read it. Now, of course, we live in difficult times. There's no doubt. And as we were talking about this morning at our board meeting, when there are difficult times, when there are crises, it's a chance for opportunity. And there are some really amazing things that are happening around us. And I think as I look at these difficult times, there are 3 areas that I believe we need to focus on. And I think we'll touch on many of these over the course of the provocative conversations that will happen today. The first, and it won't go unnoticed by any of us, is science persists. Despite what people say, despite what's happening, science is moving forward, and it's never been as exciting as it is today. The second is all eyes right now are looking at the United States. But it's our job to think and act globally. Patients across the globe are dependent on us. And then lastly, data, digital, and technology is here, and it's here to stay. It will fundamentally change how we approach so many aspects of our business. Now, we'll be exploring these in different ways over the course of the day. And in our prep for the panel that I'm sitting on, Matai Mamen, who's on the panel, spoke up and said that you're going to hear a lot of very definitive opinions. The reality is that we don't know where things are going to land. We don't know what's going to happen over the coming days, weeks, months, and even years. And so we created this theme that there's really a kind of a bell-shaped curve of where we potentially could land. So as you're listening to the thoughts that are being expressed today, please keep that in mind. So there are 5 areas that we'll focus on today: managing our business and R&D in unprecedented times, breakthrough discoveries in rare diseases, neurosciences, and oncology, biopharma investment priorities, clinical trial opportunities in India, a topic that we've been focused on quite intensively in this summit over the past several years, and then lastly, the impact of data, digital, and healthcare on everything we do. And then at the end, there's a chance for a very special moment, and I'm looking for Stelios, who's going to be the man, there he is. Hi, Stelios. I know that you're very embarrassed by this, which is why I'm calling you out and saying this. But we'll have a chance to spend 45 minutes or an hour hearing about really one of the true luminaries in our field as we recognize Stelios for his lifetime achievement. So with that said, Karun, I will say that I am 100% on time. And I will now take this opportunity to introduce our first panel, which is Biopharma Measures for Unpredictable Times. I will introduce the moderator, who is Bill Chin, and then Bill can come up here and introduce the panel. Dr. Bill Chin is a professor of medicine emeritus at Harvard Medical School, which still, by the way, exists, and was the executive vice president and chief medical officer of pharma. He was chief of the genetics division at the Brigham and Women's Hospital, Howard Hughes Medical Institute investigator, and professor of medicine, obstetrics, gynecology, and reproductive biology at HMS. Dr. Chin is a pioneering molecular endocrinologist who embraced the early use of emerging DNA technology to make important discoveries regarding the structure, function, and regulation of hormone genes. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Bill Chin. Bill.